Okay. All right. So actually, this is interesting. I have a new window that just popped up that shows me our live feed in Facebook. And so maybe I can see things there. Like if I click it,
How do we see comments?
it's talking about us.
Facebook,
I gotta,
and so maybe
I
can see things there.
like if I click mute us. Okay. So we should probably tell people what we're doing.
Hi.
Hi. So here's the deal, everybody. My name is Ashley Rhoda, and this is one of my closest besties, Ronii Bartless. And we have been talking for almost 3 years now, every Sunday, like clockwork, and we call it our Mimosa Hotline. And what happens on these is we definitely have our girl talk. We definitely catch each other up on the week and what we've been going through, but we talk a lot of shop and like our genius-ness. Ronii is a business strategist and marketing expert, and I am a brand strategist and creative director. And we can't not eat, breathe, and sleep this stuff. Mm-hmm. So it became this moment where Ronii and I were like, we want a talk show. We're just too amazing not to have a talk show. Like, why can't we get a talk show? Well, you know what? In the modern day world, you start it.
Yep.
So here we are. We have a couple of intentions. I think the intention is that what we're going through right now is that there's a common theme of being unfiltered. To us, that means unprogramming a lot and just speaking truth and what we know from our experience. Just because everybody says, the experts say, the secret is whatever, it's not always the truth. And so we're playing with this concept of unfiltered and raw, real talk, in addition to unlearning, because both Ronii and I have a lot of unlearning that we're going through. Me, way more than her.
I doubt that.
That's a thing. But we just wanted to hop on and share. So Ronii, like, what are your thoughts too? Like, I want to give you a moment to speak too.
Oh, well, I mean, it's one of those things where we are our businesses. Like, that's what our life is, because that's what we do. And it's our zone of genius and the thing that we love to do. So like, our identity is so much in our business, which is why, even though we get together on Sundays and we might talk about the cats and Lucy and all of the things about life, the big part of that is business, because that is who we are. And so it's kind of one of those things where we talk on Sundays and it's like, that's a brilliant idea I need to do this week. Like, why do entrepreneurs not do this more often? Like, because we feel so isolated, because we work from home a lot of times, or we're by ourselves, we're trying to figure it out. And every single one of us, and I've been doing this for almost 15 years now. And I still, every day I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Amen. Yes, it's so legit. And it's like, I think that the other thing that we keep talking about that I think others should at least adopt this, because I'm all for rob and duplicate when you see something that you love.
Yeah.
So 2 things. Now I just had 2 thoughts. So welcome to the Smart Blonde episode of this. But my 2 thoughts are, one is like, we're always talking, we say these great things and we're like, oh my God, that should be a post. Oh my God, that should be a blog. Oh my God, we need to repurpose that. Well, this is our efficient, simplified way of doing that. If we're going to talk and have this all amazingness, we might as well do this. So this is our version of repurposing our genius-ness.
Yeah.
Now, second thought, because Ronii also needs credit for keeping up with my madness. Like, I am all over the place. She definitely needs credit for how I speak and how I roll. But the second thing let's be honest with what we're doing. We were really also inspired by the Red Table Talk, and just how they did it. They show up here and we were just talking about where we should put this. Is it a Facebook thing? Is it a YouTube thing? Is it an Instagram thing? And I was like, why recreate the wheel? Look at these genius women. Like, they have the team behind them that have done the research. Like, maybe we're not on the Facebook watch like they are, but we can pull up our desks.
Yeah.
Make it happen. So I see a viewer. Hello. Oh my God, this is exciting. I'll have to update you on this because Ronii can't see it.
I can't see any of that.
If I can. Oh, we have 2. Hi. So this might be really really fun and catch on. We also have the intention, Ronnie, tell them our idea about like having guests on and things.
Oh yeah. So I mean, while on Sundays it's just you and me and we talk about a lot of stuff, and we can totally do this for hours. Like,
and they are not allowed in on Sundays. That's
no,
thing.
no, that's for us. But also we are not going to go hours. We need to not to, but we could.
Yeah.
But, you know, there are some weeks that like both of us work with clients every day, and kind of, while the format doesn't necessarily always have to be you and me talking about stuff, like, you know, we want to talk to other entrepreneurs that are kind of in the same boat as we are, that kind of, they don't think they are. They think they're very unique. Like, this is my problem and it's unique to them. And it's not. Like, it's common amongst you. It's common amongst me. Like, there are many times we've had conversations and I'm like, yep, that's pretty normal. And you're like, wait, I'm normal. Like,
oh yeah. Or that we're like on the same page. Like, we've been talking this last weekend, like literally you would say things. I was like, but that's what I've been saying all week long.
yeah.
Yeah. So
I think there are other people out there that do that too. And so like having other people come on, talk with us about those things, you know, and the one thing that I think you and I are both really great at is we're really great at hot seating people. And so like bringing people on and like having them ask us questions so that like we can quickly be like, hey, here's your solution. Go now.
Oh yeah.
Go make money.
And like vice versa, like put us in the hot seat. Like this is the other reason we wanted to do this, is we're so good on the spot. Like we could go out there and try and get speaking gigs. We could go out there and try and all the things, but like, it just comes out of us. Like,
yeah. And we're not going to get discovered unless we do this.
So hi world. It's going to be good. Yeah. I love this. Like, I'm excited for this.
Yeah.
And I love that invitation too, of just, you know, you want a hot seat, you want to get in here. And also that's one thing I really want to be clear on, is that, you know, some hot seats are intimidating and it's like, oh my gosh, like, I don't want to air this, or I don't want to say that. But you know what, there is, I intend to, both of us, I know you will too, but hold the space that when you get on, we want to celebrate that you're opening yourself up for change, and also for, you know, insight from two experts, but also how many other people are thinking the same thought or struggling with the same thing. And like, you are doing such an honor to those people. So while it may feel very like, oh my gosh, I don't know. Like, do you know the stuff we could do though? Like, we could do marketing audits, brand audits, logo reviews, website reviews, funnel reviews, ads, like all the things that we're capable of. You know, for me, it's very much like identity-led branding. So I'm not going to be here to give anybody like a template blank slate, like, you know, like just generic answer. There may be things that I'm like, you know, here are the top level thoughts I have, but we're going to really need to sit together and like do this more, and let's get back on a call or something. We could always bring people back too, of like, or screen share, all the things. There's so many things.
I mean, there's so many things we can do. And like, we have a no plan. Yeah. So, I mean,
explain to other people that don't know our world what a no plan is, because people may be like, what?
Yeah. So I mean, it's that thought process of, okay, we did plan to come on today. Like on Sunday, we were like, Thursday at this time, we're going to go live. We're going to start this. That was the plan. And then it was unplanned. Like, we didn't talk about what we were going to talk about. We didn't even talk about the tech until we got on here, which is a whole
which started it. If everybody was like, are we live? Are we there? Or how do we like, don't forget to record this. Like,
right. I mean, that's a whole episode on itself, being like, how do you figure out all this tech now that we have to figure out as entrepreneurs and business owners?
And the content, but not being content-y. Like, it's like, how do you plan and unplan? And that's a no plan.
Right. Yeah. I mean, so we plan to be here.
And maybe we should also say like, our plan is like every wait, what's today? I just lost myself. Thursday. Okay, good. That we're going to do this every Thursday. So we want you to look forward to that. And also we're excited about it because we're going to be we already live very conscious, intentional, and symbolic and mindful during the week, but we're going to be doing this even more where it's like, oh, we need to bring that to the desk. We need to talk about that. So I'm excited for all of that. Yeah.
I mean, well, and it's just bringing our experience. Like I we both have experience for years as business owners, but like even on Sundays when we get together, I'm like, how was your week? And we kind of hold some things until Sunday. Like, I know we talk throughout the week, but sometimes it's kind of like, I have this thing going on today, but I'm bringing it on Sunday because we need to talk about it more. And so it's kind of, even during the week, kind of as we interact with clients and work and things like that, bringing that to the table. It's not even just about our experience over years of time. It's just our experience in the past week.
Yeah. That's actually true. That's a really good distinction. Yeah. It's not just, I like that. And it's true. It's just how we're living. And I think the community, the connection, we have someone else. Hello, viewers. I'm going to be excited about that all this time.
Okay.
But I think, it's just how we live, and I am going to give one of my company lines here, but it's something to be, not something to do. And I think on both marketing and branding, so many people have it on their task list as a to do, not a to be. And it's like, this is your lifestyle. This shouldn't be like I would love to see someone try and separate me from my business. Like, I want to watch this. It's going to be like a juicy exorcism of no, I'm it. And I think there's argument for both sides of that, we're not our business, but we are our business, but all of the things. But I think we need to live into them more. I'm realizing that I've been running a business, not living a business.
Well, and I think that also depends on the person too. Like, I do know people that have businesses that is just separate from who they are, because that's who they are. Like, that's just kind of innate in them. I am not that person. Okay. Right. Like, it just is not who I am. I was born into this life to do this.
That's true.
And so I do think there are people out there that can be separate from their business.
Yeah.
But I think that a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners like us can't. And that's why they're here.
Yes. That was, yeah. I mean,
I changed technically my company name is Bartles and Associates. That's what it says on my LLC. But do you know what I go by?
Your name.
Ronii Bartles. Because it is who I am. And people don't work with me because I'm the best marketing business strategist in the world. I'm damn good. Don't get me wrong. But they work with me because of me. And so that's why my business is me. And I actually did a podcast interview just yesterday. And she was like, I was stalking you on your website, which is beautiful, by the way. And she's like, and the one thing that I really noticed was that your personality comes out so much in your copy on your website. And I was like, that's because my business is me. Like, it's how I've built it. And people work with me, not necessarily what I do.
100%. I love that so much. I literally goosebumps. Can you see these gross little white goosebumps? While you were speaking, I was just so intently listening and also thinking about I'm trying to legitimately think of a company where the owner wouldn't be associated with it like we are. But then I also thought, I can't think of one, because they should be, at least where we're at as the CEOs, as the COOs, we should be. But I think if that's also a moment to realize anyone coming out of the corporate world that has respect, warning, the employee mindset, and you're trying to run your business like an employee or like a freelancer, you can't get CEO results with that mindset.
Yeah. If you think about it, Apple, I just read this in a newsletter today that Apple is still the #1 company in the world. And if you think about Apple, you think about Steve Jobs, and Steve Jobs and Apple are the same.
Yeah.
They built that company on him and who he is. And it's the #1 company in the world. So even in that corporate setting, even though people work in it as an employee, its roots are based in that founder.
Yeah. I love it. we need to humanize our businesses, our brands, our marketing. We must. And we're not the first ones to say this, but I think we're living proof of it. And I think that we definitely take it in. I know when I work with my clients, we're identifying their iconic persona, and it's a spin-off of this like authentic self, because I want to amplify it. I want to find that those details within you that are really what make you, you, not just your authentic self. That's like you showing up on the job, but like the real details that make you, you. And I use that as a pulse to the business. Otherwise, it is a flat line, or otherwise, if it's over curated and overdone, it's a Frankenstein.
Right.
We've all engaged with these Frankenstein brands. They're freaking freaky.
Well, and I mean, you look at all of the marketing data. I mean, this is, while I'm very into the authentic side of marketing, there is also data that we need.
I mean,
it's a science, but
weird.
if you look at the marketing data and you look at customers, like, so we're generationally, like, baby boomers are dying off. So we have a younger generation of shoppers, and looking at Gen Xers, millennials, Gen Zers. I see your cat just walked through the right here on
we
the
need an
side.
introduction. Say hello to Dragon, my little friend.
I couldn't help it, like, it's cat.
There will always be cats on this side of things.
No. But those generation of consumers now do not buy and resonate with companies and businesses the way our parents did.
No.
It's
and I think
so
even taking
much.
that one step further, no one is the same post-COVID.
No.
And we need to realize that all generations have had like a factory reset of a new norm that is not normal. And our fight or flight, anticipatory, unknown, uncertain, all the uns are like higher factors that as business owners, we need to be more aware of, that that's where the consumer mind is.
Yeah. They just are buying differently. They are not here for the fake, and they will not put up with it.
No. Yeah. What were we talking about? I was on recently about, I think it was photography and like photo shoots and branding. I think I was talking about one of the clients' websites. And I was saying, I'm not struggling, but I have a fun challenge that, we've gone through these edits in the last, you've been in business 15 years. I've been in it for 8. And we all remember like the Marie Forleos, the perfectly curated. Well, when she started, she was really rough. And then she got her video team and it got better. And then there's the Gary V's, and they have their own personality behind them, but they are very curated, highly edited, like I almost said performance, but that's not true, but they're perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
There's the word. And then we went through this whole all natural, no makeup, like super, you could smell the patchouli on it. Like it was raw and real and no deodorant. And like, now we're coming back into this like middle ground. And I know myself, like if we go to my Instagram today, I've done a reset of it because I was playing in this kind of grid factor, which was limiting to me because I'd be like, picture, word, picture, word, picture, word. But I also realized I was catching myself doing a lot of selfies and not really showing my work, which hello, the brand strategist, shoemaker without shoes, but we can fix that. You just stop and pivot and rework. And I have been thinking like, how do I want to move forward? And I found the perfect like grid theme or feed theme, final answer. And it's going to give me more flexibility, but also the structure that I like. So I'm going to use this like black frame. And it goes on all of them. So the back, it's just nice. And then there'll be a picture in the center. I can do carousels with it. It'll be good. But it's funny how we have to stop and get real, which is kind of what this whole show is about. But like stop and get real and be like, in alignment with our unfiltered value for this, why am I doing it this way? Like, does this actually look like how I want to be showing up? also, again, when I recently redid my website, I got a lot of flack from all the coaches. Oh, those don't sell anything. That doesn't matter. But as you just said, your podcast person was like, oh, I saw your website. I heard your voice in it. It's so clear. They do something, people. And what they do is they invite people into your virtual business. So not all of us have a brick and mortar, but we all have a virtual studio. Maybe you have a virtual agency. I just worked with an artist recently and we were calling it her virtual gallery. And staging it as such. Like if you were to open the front door because somebody's standing there, what do? Hello, welcome, come on in. And if you knew they were coming, you probably tidied up. You probably put on coffee or tea and are hospitable.
A glass of wine.
Yeah. So like, I don't understand this whole concept of like businesses is these sequence of landing pages and sales pages and like, look at me, testimonial pages. Like all they're doing is this. Like walking in, like you walk in, it's like bam in your face. Like that's not how we say hi. And if you do, like that's your own ish.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as a consumer as well, like we all are on both sides of this, right? Like, yeah, we have our own businesses and we have to do those things, but we're also consumers. And you walk into those sales pages and those funnels. Which is an F word to me, which I love F words, but that one drives me crazy. But it's the psychology of it. Like I fall into that trap all the time. Like it's straight up, you've hooked me with how I feel.
I know.
And I don't know anything about you. I don't even know if we're going to work well together. Like, I
was definitely not the kid to take candy from a stranger, but shit, when it comes to funnels, I am up in the candy bowl.
Oh my God.
And they're so sparkly. I don't know how they do it, but I'm like, sparkle. Like I will
it's awful. I mean, I get it. Like you do have to sell, right? Like we do have to do that. That's how we make money.
Yeah.
But does it
an obvious yes, not like
right?
How did people fall in the pothole of like my sales funnel?
Yeah. Why does it have to be the same formula for everybody of like follow how this page goes, like play on their pain points, blah, blah, blah. I find like this is a platform that I talk about a lot in my business. While yes, we have to sell. Yes, we do need funnels. Yes, we do need to automate. It's not one size fits all. And so I don't know about you, but I've bought into them because I fall into the trap too. I've bought into them thinking this is the magic formula that's going to change everything for me and put me in that 6-figure club, right? Don't get me started on these terms, but and then I get in there and it's not. And all I've done is spend a ton of money.
Recorded, repurposed content from like 4 hairstyles ago.
Yeah. And so it's not the magic formula because it's not my formula.
Amen. Yes. And talk about how you said the other day, you gave a great post about solutions.
Did I?
Okay. I'll share for you.
Please do. Because I'm like, I probably wrote that like years ago.
To hell with all of these mysterious secrets and tips and tricks and do this and that. Like, let's talk solution.
Right.
Love that. I was just speaking to someone yesterday, Stephanie Hayes, I believe is her name. And she has a history in the tech software design background.
Yep.
And they have, I guess it's a tech industry term, and it's a solution architect.
Oh.
And I was like, please let me have that word. I want it. Like, I think that fits us so well. And so many people that we're going to attract because we are, what is it in job interviews? They're supposed to say you're like solution oriented or like good problem solver, that kind of stuff. I don't know. We have not gone on job interviews. Yeah, results driven. There it is. Results like when's the last time we actually were on jobs? I think I was hiring like a barista or something. I don't even know. But that's the thing is I was like, ooh, what if we started positioning ourselves as solution architects? And what's interesting about Stephanie is that she is a business strategist, business coach. Now that is a can of worms. I'm not opening it. I'm just saying like, this is one of the rare breeds that she's legit. She's actually got so much experience. She's been a CEO, a COO, worked with startups, built it from the foundations up. She's got all this experience. And when people like that get these demotional titles that don't really explain their wild wisdom, and yourself included on this, I love this idea of a solutions architect. I was like, that's just juicy. Like, build it up, make a solution. Like, I don't want to get into your program to only learn that it's going to take me another 3 years to get the thing that I just invested in, hoping to get the first year.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, I think that in the past, particularly with COVID coming in and like hitting us all in the face, like so quickly. And while the online coaching program training space was already starting to really get momentum, COVID hit. And then all of a sudden it was like, everybody's got a program, because we had to figure out how to make money because we couldn't be in front of people anymore. Right. So it was this kind of
bottle your brilliance.
Right. Yeah. And we all kind of fed into it because we were all sitting at home going, I got to figure this out now too. Right. And so the industry like totally like just skyrockets through. And now we're 3 years later and we've bought in thousands of dollars into these programs, hoping that they were the magic formula to help us figure this out. And they haven't been. And so now I think that people, entrepreneurs in this kind of like space are going, okay, programs are great. I get it. Like, I'm not saying they're all bad, because they're not. Programs are great. No, there are great ones out there and they're great for people, but they're starting to get to the point in their businesses where they're like, I don't necessarily need another program. I need a deliverable. I need
a
help.
Person.
I need somebody.
To do this.
Yeah. You know, I don't need somebody to teach me how to do it. I mean, I'm in this space right now. Like I can't learn another thing. I don't want to learn another thing. I don't want another vice. I don't want to do it. I just want somebody to do it for me.
Yeah, I'm out of the course. I still feel like I have a foot in these like paid communities because I like people. I like to be around people's, and I need that. So there is that value of that paid community kind of thing where it filters out the riffraff. There, I said it. Okay, but moving on. I totally agree with you. Like I'm gonna pass on that thought. I just think it's so true. It's we need experts. It's time for us consultants, specialists, experts that have put in, forget 10,000, 50,000 hours doing this day in, day out, right, wrong, messing up in the back end that you never see. Hashtag, we call it FSD, the first shitty draft. You'll never see it, but it always exists. And it's like our time to shine. Like, enough. I'm so tired and frankly pissed of playing triage and hosting like a refugee camp amongst my customers and clients and friends because they've invested the $10,000 in said course that only did it out of order. This was the most recent one. It was a friend of mine, the artist I just mentioned. She did a branding course. Great. I fully support this. Like, awesome. Yeah. But they actually encouraged her to build out her website and then build the style guide for the brand, which has like the fonts, the colors, all the things. So like, okay, let's build it all out and then what, like redo it? Like that makes sense. Like somebody put this woman's curriculum in order. Cause like, but it's like, I'm tired of having to fix what the course did wrong to you. You need to value us even more than you value the easy access done in, 6-8 week course, whatever. And that like, let me show you, like, there's this joke in the design world. If you think bad design is expensive, you should see the cost of good design. And it's like, you're going to spend 10 times trying to do it on your own than if you just paid me once to do it. Yeah. It's frustrating. Yeah. And also because I'm mad at the market. I'm mad at the industry for letting that be the narrative. I get it. Right. Tony Robbins, these big people, they can feed and do ads and just get all of the view. But I am so excited, honestly, for the people that are digging right now. And they're like trying to find us. Like, we are here. I am just like, I wish people could see like this, like atomic bomb energy I want to send out, calling everybody in and just be like, we are right fucking here.
Yeah. We're the next.
That was so good.
I mean, yeah, it's that you've done all of that stuff. I've done all that stuff. You know, I've bought all of them. I have access to all of them now. Now I need the next, which is somebody like me.
Hashtag we are the next. We are adding that to the lineup. Oh my God, that was the best thing I've ever heard. We are your next or the next. I think
Both.
it was the.
I said that, but
It's so, oh my God, that's so good. I think for our first talk show episode, I want to leave it on that. The whole intention is we're coming to you raw and real like this. We're going to tell you what's top of mind, what we've had during the week, what we want to bring to you and help with. We're going to be unfiltered, unlearning, and we will be your next.
yes.
So good. It's so good. All right. I'm ending this everywhere and stay tuned. Bye guys. We'll see you next Thursday.